Scene. You come from a hard day's work and put on some good old Apex Legends as you always do, but that day was not your day. So you get absolutely demolished by a sweaty wraith, and your random teammates yell at you and say you're trash. You log into Fortnite after a while, and then get annoyed by a kid swearing into the microphone, and you think to yourself, what has happened to this generation of kids? Or maybe it's time to check out a new operator on Rainbow Six Siege. Oh no! You just got team killed for picking the new operator. Well, if you don't know how you ended up in a Valorant lobby with a racist piece of garbage, here's a free map to the toxic cesspools of modern gaming. But if you ask me, why Stripe? Why make this video when there are so many nice single-player games to play? Or why not play with your friends? Then I would say first off, I don't have any friends. Secondly, let's check what games are there to play. Lost Ark, I'm not playing if I have to empty my pockets to be the best at the game. League of Leg and Kidney Selling for a sweaty win? No thanks. All jokes aside, the games which are clearly played the most are the ones which are marketed well. That's the bottom line. The newest example is Elden Ring and Lost Ark, two games which were advertised and marketed very well. In case of Lost Ark, it was pushed greatly by content creators and also gave avid players of the MMORPG player base something new, and most importantly, high quality to the age-old fans of the genre to look forward to and to play. Similarly, free games with the promise and upholding of quality such as Apex Legends and Valorant have collected a huge number of players because of the ease of content creation and distribution of content by content creators. And that is on top of the S-tier marketing of the games. The point I'm trying to make here is that someone new to playing games on their computer is most likely to either go for free games which are marketed well or buy quality games which are marketed well. This proves the first point of the topic of why online gaming experience is bad. Okay, so why is online gaming experience bad? I can come up with 4 reasons why. The first one is new traffic and accessibility in your games. The second one is competitive nature, anonymity, and then sales and the horrible cycle. These 4 are the main reasons why you hate online gaming so much. Let's get into those reasons in detail now. New traffic and accessibility in your games. This means that there is a constant influx of noobs and increase in player base in the game, which is a good thing for the company, but a bad thing for the players. Okay, easy there. I know that the more the merrier, but the more number of players a game has, the worse it is to manage, which means moderation falls short most of the time, which is one of the leading causes of toxicity to spread unmoderated. It is as simple as that. And to all the people who say that toxicity is people's fault, well, you're half right. Let me tell you why in the next point. Competitive nature. Competitive nature of games is prevalent in most popular games. As for a game to be popular and successful, it needs heavy involvement of the player base. It needs those daily or monthly numbers of active players.
What about GTA, dude?
Oh my god, shut up! Dude, shut up! Sure, games like GTA don't have a competitive structure. The player involvement is achieved by marketing its role-playing, which is really different. The great thing about this is that the player base flourishes due to the collaboration of different players, which is opposite to the competitive structure. So, why are there more competitive games? The answer is simple, because the option chosen by any game developing organization aiming for longevity in their game is to make it competitive. Back to why competitive nature is fundamentally contributing to toxicity. Well, the answer is in the statement itself. The more competitive a game gets, the more toxicity it spreads. The reasons are obvious too, like frustration due to losses, secondary toxicity, or basically being toxic because someone else was toxic.
Being anonymous online.
Being anonymous online is a great feature, but abusing that to do harm or harass someone is unavoidable without proper moderation. It basically facilitates toxicity, as toxic people can say or do whatever they please, without any direct consequences. Okay, though privacy is a desirable trait in an online space, misuse or exploiting the anonymity factor is to be expected. Naturally, you would say that moderation is the answer to the problem? Well, remember how I said that new traffic makes it harder to moderate? Sales and the horrible cycle. The more skins you buy, the cooler you are, smile, said every MMO game ever. So why not be cool with your friends for just a liver and a kidney? Most people can do without skins, but let me break down the psychological game you are playing all the time without you even creating a username for it. Most games that are free have a shop for paid skins or in-game currency. Hold on to that statement. Now, what most people fail to realize is that multiplayer games are the ones which have many skins, be it rare, epic, or legendary. And the fundamental mentality of games like that is your playstyle, aesthetic, in-game personality, and grind is solely dependent on what other players think of you. You play well, so you can shit on people or flex your stats. You shape your character aesthetic around your tastes and to others' approval. You act a certain way in-game to influence how other players think of you, and you grind to be better than most players at the game to receive praise or respect. Everything you do in the game is modeled around your in-game or public image. Games promote and support such behavior. How? Well, let us recall that statement we set aside. Games have a shop for paid skins and in-game currency. Well, where does that take us? Back to the first point, new traffic and accessibility. The organization wants new customers and new players to join the fan base to promote the products to more new people and for more new sales, hence making it crowded and more competitive and a lesser moderated environment. Another major part is played by the rank system, where basically your value or skill is determined by the rank you possess. Rank systems are mainly put in place by the game developers for maintaining numbers of active players and keeping people busy and involved, which in turn increases the chances of purchases which are made by players who fall into a wretched hole of determining self-worth by measuring stats and seeking validation from other players in the game. It's easy for a professional player and content creators to make fun of lower ranks, but this contributes to the player base being discouraged from playing at a lower level casually and makes those players insecure, who as a result either quit the game or most likely put hours of gameplay of which they do not absolutely enjoy. Okay, let's talk about the solutions for avoiding such toxicity. It's easy and simple. Just don't play online multiplayers and go back to playing single player games. It's as simple as that. But if I get into a non-bitch version of myself, I can say there are ways to deal with or avoid toxicity. Playing with your friends seems like one of the most normie options because, let's be honest, most of us do not have friends, right? While avoiding toxic people, you can have a fun time with friends. But if all goes well, you can guarantee a fun time with friends and probably be even more social and eventually get a real job. So yeah, the best way to have fun is with friends if you have any. Playing collaborative games rather than competitive ones. As I already mentioned, competition is a main cause for frustration and anger in video games. Even though it is widely considered as getting better, you're only better if you can shit on other players, which inherently is an act against a person, which in turn puts someone else down. I hear many people say that friendly competition is what the game aims to achieve. This statement is thrown around a lot in defense, while not giving a reason or a way for players to be friendly in the first place. How friendly can you be after a 7-game streak of other players constantly shitting on you? The answer is, you're not. Collaborative games aim to make things better for everyone and rarely do have a chance of getting toxic during gameplay. Minecraft can be a good example. Sure, there are many toxic people who are in Minecraft, but most of them are not influenced by the game itself. Such people are genuinely bad or mean people and are not the kind of people who are mad because of the game itself. They are only present due to the anonymity feature of online games. Since I don't play Minecraft myself, feel free to add any new reasons in the comment section down below. There are other ways to avoid toxicity as well, such as cutting off communication, dodging games, and flat out exiting your queue with a toxic person. I mean, sacrificing one game for your mood for the day is not that huge of a cost. Though there are toxic people out there, know that most of them do it for attention or are just frustrated, and being toxic back does not do anything but add fuel to the fire. Most people forget that there is an actual person behind the username and forget the weight of their words or actions. We all can agree on the fact that every feature comes with an advantage and a disadvantage. The best we as players can do is to contribute to a good online gaming experience. My experience in gaming has mostly been online multiplayers. For example, I have 1,000 hours on Rainbow Six and 2,000 hours on Apex Legends. These 3,000 hours to me was me trying to be the best at the game. I haven't stopped playing Apex, mostly because I'm good at the game, and also skins that I've farmed and bought keep me there. So much so that I feel guilty for playing and spending so much time on the game, and I keep coming back to it just so that I can keep the skills. This shows how hard it is to stop playing a game. You know it's not going to do anything for you. If you want to play it casually and are up for the challenge, then by all means, it's great. But that is only true till a threshold. You can't not measure yourself with ranked, you can't not buy a cool skin, and you sure as hell can't not be deeply invested in the game and fall into its trap of validation seeking. This concludes what the dark side of gaming scene is like. This was me just pointing out the nuts and bolts of how toxicity is prevalent and how most organizations aim to exploit its player base for money at the expense of a healthy experience and actively sugarcoating or flat out be silent about the exploitation. Hey, thanks for watching the video. If you like the video, please do consider subscribing and leave a like. It helps a lot. Anyways, hope you have a great day and see you later.